Hi, and welcome back, Guardians. Okay, let's get past this so I can turn this fucking volume down. Ugh. Remember those memes they used to post? There's like a picture of a building, apartment building, and all of a sudden, one of the next frame, there's like a window like bursts in white light, and there's like this soundtrack in the background, and then somebody on the street level goes, "Ah, they're loading up Destiny." Yeah, it's a real thing. So yeah, I did log in on Tuesday eventually, and it was there was an opening with Crow talking about the new big bads for this act is what they're calling it. They have episodes and they have acts. So weeks are broken into acts, and then these all collect into an episode or something like that. It's all mouth jumble for me. I'm not paying for it. I don't find it interesting. It's not that it's bad content. It's just, I'm sorry. It's not what I'm looking for. The director's been changed up. We now can actually get to the last city for this act. Um, and there is the alchemy station, the tonic table, um, Ido's weekly challenge. Spider's back in the game for us to play with and interact with. That's kind of cool. Way the fuck over here, which is the helm. You can access the helm. There's an arena, requires Destiny 2 Episode 1 of the current act. Breach executable. So, I don't know. Are they actually, because they still call them season passes, which I think is, it's it's like when you sit down to play a role playing game, or even some tabletop games, and the thing your models are doing, the thing that your character is doing, is called an action. But instead, they call it something else in the game, and they don't keep the consistency. They keep flipping back and forth between this term and that term. In my game design that I'm doing right now, in the game that I am building right now, I have a term that I was using to define what an action was, and it was called effort. But now, I'm not calling it effort anymore. I'm just calling them actions. I'm actually calling them what they are. I have a stat in the game called fight. That's your character's ability to fight. It's really easy. Move. It's your character's ability to move. And not just going from point A to point B, but being able to dodge difficult terrain, go over obstacles, get around people, obstacles. So breaking everything down to its essential points and then just calling it what the fuck it is. So why are we still calling it Season Pass when it's Act 1, 2, and 3 and they're called episodes now? So it should be Episode Pass or something like that. It's just, I don't know, I'm nitpicking. Maybe it's semantics. Maybe I'm doing a Dungeons and Discourse kind of hate video kind of thing right now. I don't know. Pretty aggressive warning this morning. And I'm a big proponent of the universal energy field, which Lucas liked to call the Force, but so many cultures call it so many different things. It's chi, ki, ta, effluvium. I think it was one word that was used at one point in some little study. But I am a big proponent of that energy field, thing, that theory that, we all take part in the creation and destruction of the world around us, whether we are actively participating in that effort or, there you go, or passively. And so the internet basically tanked out this morning. Otherwise, I'd been on a little bit earlier. So yeah, I had to unplug the modem, shut down the Wi-Fi. I did some chores. Then I plugged back in the modem, did some more chores, give it full time. There was a thing that with the IT guy a couple years back that was talking to me about it over the phone. He says, "Yeah, you don't start your Wi-Fi router right up after the modem because you have to give it time to get the handshakes." I was like, "I understand that. Yeah, I've heard that term thrown around before. I used to work as a print on demand service for a tech company." And there was a lot of conversation that I was part of that the jargon was pretty intense, to say the least. I remember some of it, but it's kind of like my high school German. I can understand most of what people are saying to me, but I would never be able to intelligently convey any ideas in German myself. But except for what's spoken in a Rammstein song, maybe. But in any case, so the point is that it's got this really nice, cute little intro where it talks about the Last City and the Elixni, and it gets in with Feckerel going on his little rampage campaign about converting the universe into Deadites. And it is, and that's all I'm saying. I'm not buying into it because I watched the Chronicles of Riddick and I like that movie a lot. So going up a big bad who is basically that, I mean, there's going to be, I can just mark my words, sometime before Act 3, there's going to be a phrase, you keep what you kill, or something similar to it. It's going to happen. Please don't judge me. But if you do, I don't give a fuck. I rarely read the comments anyway. So yeah, so basically, I'm not really engaging with that content. So, but yeah, this is how they're going to justify the power creep. I've been playing the regular playlist stuff up here, and did they isolate the? Yes, they did. They did exactly what they said they did. So we have some generic ones, but I don't know if they are. Let's see if they're over free objective. What the fuck? How do you call it? Oh, because it's your starting objective. Okay, in Crucible, Gambit, or Vanguard playlist. Okay, so these generic ones, these vanilla ones, you could track your path through that, and I don't know if it completes through all the paths. Let's see if they are the same. So there's Stasis Ascension on the Gambit one, and let's see if we go to the Vanguard. No, it's Vanguardian. Oh wait, no, Stasis Ascension over here too. Okay, so they do translate or transfer between the pathways, but I think completing this node here does not complete the node in the Gambit or Crucible one. So, but yet I had to activate each. Even though they're completed, I had to activate each one. Oh no, Stasis Ascension is not there. Oh, Stasis Ascension is somewhere else. There's no Stasis Ascension here. Okay, so they are different between paths. It's just there's a chance that they could actually overlap. Okay, so we're back to grinding bounties basically for the vendors. We're just not picking them up for Glimmer anymore. We're just actively getting them. Supremacy is on the playlist. That's kind of nice. I'll probably do some Rumble. Yeah. Well, that's a thing, and that's okay. That's what they want. It's their game, and like Bungie has always said, we make games we want to play. Well, I don't know, man. I mean, this is probably why not many people I know are playing with you anymore. We're barely playing with each other, in spite of the fact that there's a clan here called the Gunfu Monks, and it's just the officers that are on anytime at all. Which, I mean, that's kind of what it should be. I would be majorly disappointed if my officers weren't on. I say my officers. I had the crown for a while, and I gave it up when I decided to give Destiny a 2-month break when they banned me from PvP because some people spam hated my ass after taking out their teams twice in a row through 2 matches of Gambit. It was a lucky day for me. And I was feeling good, and I had a nice build. I actually took the time to make a build specifically for Gambit, and fully, leveraged that into the match. So yeah, good fun, huh? Plus, it didn't help that my internet at the time was pretty shitty. So I don't know a lot. I know just enough to know when I'm being jerked around, and I know enough to figure out that something is wrong and it's not me, or if it is me. Because that's the big thing about being smart. Smart isn't about what you know. It's about understanding you can be wrong and accepting that, and then finding out where you can become right from that. That's what smart is. Smart is accepting you're wrong and then trying to figure out why and figure out how you can not be wrong again without, twisting the data or making somebody else look stupid. Yeah, there are 3 types of bullies. I've been cataloging bullies lately because that's actually going to be a character class in my RPG, a bully. A bully is an NPC that you can hire, but you yourself take on the trait of bully as well. And so far we have the bullies, which are hurt people who hurt people. So there's a backstory in there. Then there are the kinds who are just masochists or sadists who just enjoy seeing other people suffer for their own amusement. And then there is the bully who is so entitled that they don't feel they could do any wrong whatsoever, and everything else is an NPC to them. So that's interesting and rich. I would think that the paradox in there that you're hiring a bully who thinks everybody else is the NPC, including you who hired them because you think they're so awesome. some strange interactions will come from that. Play tested it already in a solo environment, and it was pretty amusing. Not sure how it's going to interact with an
Thanks.
actual live group, so anxious to get that going. In the meantime, Gunsmith Bounties, and I'm done for now. Shit, man, I don't really know. It's Wednesday, right? Wednesday's child's full of woe, and I'm feeling it already. So, until next time, thanks for stopping by, hearing me out, and yeah, don't be a bully. Really, don't be a bully. Be nice, play well.